biggest fight this weekend, biggest fight of the year, certainly one of the 168-pound title unification fight between Callum Smith and Canelo Alvarez. Callum's WBA belt will be on the line. The vacant WBC 168-pound title will be on the line. Callum joins me on the show. Let's start there, Callum. You knew you were defending your title in this fight. How do you feel about the WBC adding its belt to the mix?
Yeah, it's nice. I've always said, as much as I wanted to, the Canelo fight ticked a lot of boxes because it was one of the star names that I've been calling for. But to unify the division is something I've always wanted to do as well. Whereas this fight, ticks both boxes. So it's something I'm pleased about. I feel it's a long time coming. I've had a lot of WBC title fights, but still haven't fought for the full world title. So to finally get that cemented is what's made the fight that little bit bigger, even if that was possible.
So it's been a weird year, and certainly a different kind of training camp and schedule for you, officially getting this fight 4 or 5 weeks notice. How do you feel, midweek of a fight week now, as opposed to how you felt in the past?
Yeah, listen, I feel really good, to be honest with you. I think everything's gone pretty well since coming here. Everyone's going, I feel good, I feel strong. I'm in a very good place, both mentally and physically. And I'm excited and motivated, and I've always felt that's very important throughout my career. Every time I've been in a big fight, I've been up against it and the chips have been down, I've always delivered. I've always performed when needed be, and there's no bigger stage or bigger time to deliver a big performance than now. I know I need to be at my best to beat Canelo Alvarez, and I believe we will see the best version of me the weekend.
Now, you're a naturally big super middleweight, so you're often looking down at opponents. But I think the social media buzz that got generated from your first pictures together with Canelo, where it didn't look like you were close to the same weight classes in that picture. What did you think standing next to him for the first time this week?
Yeah, it was nice. Listen, obviously I knew, and I kind of knew his height. I wasn't expecting a 6'2" version of Canelo to turn up. I knew he was short, but to just see him in person is always nice, whether it was this fight, my last fight, or one before. To see your opponent face to face, it always switches you on that little bit more. It becomes a little bit more real. I'm here to fight, and it gets you that little bit excited. I've done a light little punching session after it, and I had a bit of a buzz about me. It just, fight week can get a bit boring, and then that sort of give me a little bit of a lift again and good, and I'm looking forward to fight night. But it's strange because normally when a fight's made, you kind of have the press conference to announce the fight, and you see head to head, and then you just go into your training camps. So we were kind of robbed of that because of the situation that we're in, so to speak. So it was the first time I've actually physically come face to face. So that it was good, and like I say, it built the excitement for the weekend.
Did it feel, Canelo's roughly the size of John Ryder, at least height-wise. Did it feel comparable to that?
Possibly, yes. I can't really remember too much about the Ryder head-to-head, but yeah, listen, he's short. I was expecting him to be short. He's physically, he's a little bit of a lump. He's a good fighter. It's not the size that I think I need to worry about. His ability, what's got him where he is. He's a very good boxer. He's a smart fighter, and I'm sure he's got a game plan to take away my height advantages, but I've got a game plan to use my strengths to beat Canelo and take away his strengths. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be good to Ring Magazine champions going against each other. It's good for boxing, but it's massive for me and my career. This is the fight I've been calling for, and the fight that I finally got. So it's time to deliver on the big stage, which I believe I'm fully capable of doing.
So let's talk a little bit about that game plan. Obviously you've got a strategy going into this fight. What's the biggest key to all this? Canelo's going to try to get on the inside. What's the key for you?
Yeah, I've got to use my strengths and just try and take away Canelo's strengths. I can't come out and let him dictate the fight and position me and put me where he wants me to get his best shots off. I've got to use my size, use my physical attributes, and just use my boxing brain, be smart, know when to throw, when not to throw. He's gonna try and capitalize on every sloppy shot that I throw. He's gonna try and make me pay for everything that I do throw. So I've got to just be smart about my work, be sharp. But like I say, I can't just go in and run away from him because I'm taller than him. I've got to have a good tactics, and he is the 160, I'm the 168. So I've got to hit him and show him that I'm the genuine 168 as well. I've got to make him feel my power early on as well. So it's an interesting fight, but it's one that I'm really looking forward to. It could go many ways. He's shown he can fight in the front foot, the back foot. I've shown I can do both as well.
You are not Rocky Fielding. You are not Sergey Kovalev. But can you learn anything watching those fights about how those guys didn't succeed with Canelo? And in a way, what not to do against Canelo?
Yeah, most definitely. Like I say I'm not those fighters. They both tick similar boxes I do, but I believe I tick more. No, Rocky had the size, but in my opinion, hasn't got the ability I've got. And no, Kovalev probably is a bigger man, not as big as me. He's a very good fighter, but he was 37 and probably coming past his prime years. So I'm young, I'm in prime, and I've got size and ability to go with it. And watching those fights, Kovalev done pretty well in it. He boxed well early on. He kind of just faded, and he got caught with a good shot, which fair play to Canelo. Whereas I think the Fielding fight, he kind of just let him give up ground too much, let Canelo get head on head and let his best shots go. And that was ideally what not to do against Canelo Alvarez. So I've got to just say tactically get it right. And no, I'm not going to get in and dance around for 12 rounds. I've got to do my thing, what we've been working on, and certain shots I feel we're going to get success with. But it's exciting. People should tune in. I think the styles will gel pretty well, and it should be a good fight.
Do you have to take some chances in a fight like this? Because one thing about Kovalev, he threw a lot of jabs, but they weren't really impactful jabs. A lot of them were getting blocked, even the ones that got through, not really making much of a difference. And the entire fight, sitting there ringside, it just felt like Kovalev was just so afraid to throw that right hand because, at least in my opinion, he knew what was coming back. Like if he missed, he knew what was coming back. Do you have to take some of those chances and let that right hand go?
Yeah, I believe you do at this level. I'm not going to come here and say dance around jabbing for 12 rounds and beat Canelo Alvarez. You've got to take chances at the highest level. Yeah, I think we're all here because we know what to do in the biggest fights. And to beat Canelo Alvarez, of course, I'm going to have to take chances with him. But that's what I said before about it being a smart fighter. You've got to know when to throw, when not to throw, and he's going to be looking to capitalize on any mistakes I make, and I've got to make him pay for any mistakes he makes. So it's an interesting fight. It's going to be a battle, a bit of a chess match when we're in there. You can get their game plan off better, but that's the part I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to. We all know how good Canelo Alvarez is, but I believe this weekend we'll see how good I am.
What's the kind of fight you don't want to get into?
I don't know. Listen, I'd be a fool to not try and use my size advantage if I go in and crouch down and go head on head in the pocket from the first bell. It's basically playing into Canelo's hands. But there's times the fight is going to go there, and I believe I can fight while I am there. But to just have the full fight at that range there'd be no point me being the size that I am. So that's the fight that I probably don't want. But it's not that I'm shying away from that fight, because I believe the fight will go there at times. But I've got to just say, do what I'm good at and try and stop him doing what he's good at.
You said you're ready. You feel strong going into this fight. Billy Joe Saunders, your Matchroom stablemate, the other 168-pound title holder, has said that he thinks it's almost impossible to be as ready as you need to be for a fight like this with only 4 or 5 weeks notice. How would you respond to that?
Listen, it is what it is. I live a good life. I live a clean life. I'm always in the gym. I'm always doing some form of training. If a phone call come at 4 weeks notice and I've been out partying and was 3 stone overweight or whatever, then you're not in a position to take this fight. And I didn't have to take this fight. I wasn't just given a golden opportunity. I'm a world champion, so I was always in a position to land a big fight as long as I've got that belt. So if it didn't feel I'd be ready and in good enough shape to get the win, I would have passed on it and said, no, I'm going to finish this year. We'll negotiate next year and hopefully I'll get it then. There's only Canelo staying at 168. There's only so many fighters he can fight at the division. So as long as I've got a belt, I was always in with a chance. So the offer come, and I knew what shape I was in, and I knew what shape I could possibly get in with the next 4 weeks. And I made the decision to take the fight, and I've done all my training now the fight weeks here, and now I'm happy with the position that I'm in.
Before I let you go, any good advice from your brother Liam on fighting Canelo?
Yeah, he's always there for advice, regardless of whether it's an opponent he's boxed or not. But it's nice to speak to someone who's actually been in with Canelo, because you can watch every single fight he's had, and then it'll be a little bit different when you're in there. And Liam, just little shots that he feels I can capitalise on, and little stuff to be aware of, the cute, smart stuff, what he tries to set you up for when you're in there. And he's always been there. He's had all my training sessions in the gym with me, and him and Joe always speaking. Just come up with little tactics that we feel we'll have success with on the night. So yeah, he's been a massive part of this camp. He's always there for advice, and it's good to have someone who's actually been there and done there and shared the ring with Canelo.
So was he? I mean, was he genuinely useful? I mean, you're both different fighters. You're a bigger guy than Liam, and Liam is obviously a 154. But were there things he said that you found useful as you prepare for Saturday?
Yeah, definitely. Just little patterns of movement, the position he puts himself in before he's going to throw certain shots and stuff. But again, I'll face a different version of Canelo Alvarez. I think he's changed the style slightly as he's gone through the weights, and he's not going to fight a 6'3" version of me the way he fought. 154. He was huge to Liam on the night. Liam was only 154. So I think tactically we're going to get a different Canelo, but when you watch all the Canelo's fights, certain things are similar each fight, certain combinations he likes to throw and positions he likes to throw them in, so to speak. So yeah, he was definitely beneficial, but no, I'm not expecting that the same Canelo Liam fought. I'm expecting a slightly different one, but I feel we're prepared for it.
You're getting down to 168. Are you happy that there's no rehydration clause for this fight as there was with Kovalev?
Yeah, of course. Listen, it's not even that I think, oh, I wouldn't be able to do the rehydration clause. It's just nice not having to kind of have that restriction over, be told you've got to be this the next day. You know, I'm a world champion. I make 168 and then whatever weight I get in the ring. It's not like I'm going to try and put as much as I can. I have a fighting weight what I feel good at, what I do a lot of my sparring at, and as long as I get in the ring, my optimum fight weight, what I feel good at, the opponent can be whatever weight he wants. If my opponent wants to put 30 pounds on, it doesn't mean I want to put 30 pounds on because I wouldn't feel as good at that weight. I've just always got to just get in at the weight that I feel good at. And I say I'm glad that I can do that without any restrictions or anyone telling me what I can and can't do.
Should be a great fight. Callum Smith, Canelo Alvarez, Saturday on Dazn. Callum, I appreciate your time. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much. Thank you.